Hi, this is Lara Wilbanks, and I teach at St. Marcus High School, and I'm going to explain using the resource folders for each of your classes. I'm going to begin, I'm at the home page. I'm going to begin by going up to my class, go to my AP US History class, and hopefully by now you've already been working with assignments and lessons and you understand all of that. And those are great places to put your handouts and to put, if there's any online videos and things like that that you want your students to view, you can always embed that right in the assignment. And maybe really quickly I'll show you how to do that. So if I'm going to create and add an assignment, we'll make this a survey assignment. I like the survey feature for items that are not high risk or high points for students because it will grade itself, which is really nice. So I'm going to call this an unfinished nation video, which is what I often will assign to my students. Make it worth 5 points. Not worth a lot. It's normal. I'm grading it normally. And this will be a homework assignment. And then I could put in watch video and then take notes in space provided. And I might call the video what it is. Watch the Unfinished Nation Between the Wars video. And then I can highlight this right here and create a web link. And I'm not going to go and find the URL, but I could paste the URL right in there, and then this would become a hyperlink. Same thing if this was a handout, maybe it was a Word document or PDF that I wanted to include, I could click on this attachment, and I could go through my computer and choose the attachment, which I'm not going to do right now, but it's just real simple to embed it right there, and it's a really good idea because if students are absent or if they lose their handouts, then you can very easily have it right there in EDU. But the problem with assignments is that assignments will run out of time. They'll expire. They'll be due. And so if you wanted to have a place where your students can always access some resources that you have, the resource folder is a really good place to put that. I'm going to go back to that class, and I'm going to click on my resource folder just to show you how I organized mine. This is my AP US History class, and I teach in themes. So the first theme was the quest for identity, then nation, and so on. And so for each theme I created, and you could do this for every unit, I created a folder, and then within the folders, I'll click on the very first one, you can see I have Word documents that are chapter notes. I've got these little icons that kind of look like movie clips are movie clips. So I have a bunch of movie clips. A lot of this is from YouTube. Some of it is from down here, these Unfinished Nations, these UN ones, are from a video series that we subscribe to that go along with a textbook. And I can even put my PowerPoints in here. And again, you can see I have Word documents and I have PDFs, which I've currently been in the process of kind of converting stuff to PDF format since most of our students are not using Word anymore and using Google. And this way it's just an easy format for them to get. So let me show you kind of how I do that. I'm going to return to the parent folder. That gives me back to the resource main folder. And I can, from here, add a folder, like the ones that are created along here, or I can just add the resource outright. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you how I add a resource. Click on Add a Resource, and then you can add all types of resources. So you can add a file, which is a document, a presentation if it's PowerPoint. It says a video, but that would be a video on your computer, which I don't think many of you probably have video clips in your computer that you want, but this also could be a PDF, would be the file. I've never added a web page or a library, but this would be from your library. If you're sharing documents with other teachers in your department, you could add it from there as well. But more often than not, I'm adding a file or a web resource. So let me just click on one. We'll start with the file just to show you. Again, it's just like in the assignments. You can choose the file. And then when you do that, you can choose whether you want this to be just for your students and in your folders. If you want this to be school-wide, it'll go in the resource folders or in the library that we all share. be district and community. So I would encourage you to click on school or district. Actually, I guess I would encourage you to click on district because then there'll be more sharing across both your department within your school and all of our schools. So that would be attaching a file, again, a PDF, PowerPoint, Word document from your computer. But you can also attach a web resource. And I've been using YouTube a lot, using Khan Academy, all of that. So you could just put the URL here and then the description here. And again, make the choice personal, school, or district right there. And what's really nice about resources is as my students are preparing for maybe the final exam, or if they're preparing for the AP exam or whatnot, they have all these resources right here. I don't have to go back and open up these assignments and reassign them, but they're just right here at any time they can get them. And so it's a great thing to just teach your kids where it's at, how to access things. And there's all sorts of stuff you can put on there. You can put, my course evaluation I put on there. My syllabus should be on there somewhere. Rubrics are on there so they can see. Yeah, lots of stuff. So again, that is how to use the resource folder and why it's a good idea for you to use the resource folder.